I am a few minutes late because this streaming software I'm using decided not to behave tonight. It happened again yesterday for those who were on the smoothies live. I must apologize. I got to figure out what is happening, but I'm glad that I got to be on here a bit earlier than I did yesterday anyway. So welcome. This is our vegan gut loving smoothie video. And I'm going to just give everyone a couple of minutes, maybe just 1 minute to join us live. I'm just going to make sure that we are on. So I'm going to find this group and see what's going on. Okay, I'm on there. That's fine. Cool. Some of you came along to our keto smoothie workshop today, earlier this afternoon, and it was so cool to go through the actual requirements of a keto smoothie. The people who were there got to learn the magic trick to make sure those carbs basically just get decimated and we make sure that the smoothie is full of good fats and protein and fiber at the right ratios, because those people following a keto diet typically just eliminate fiber straight away, which is just catastrophic for our health. And so if you're interested in that keto smoothie, then head back and watch the replay. It's inside this group, whichever group you're on. We are streaming to the smoothie group, the Active Smoothie Bootcamp group, as well as the main Facebook group, the Whole Food Collective community, and YouTube as well. So hopefully it's all going smoothly. So if you're here, please say hi. Tell me who you are. Please, if you can, click the link on the description of this post so that I can see your name. So often I just see the name Facebook user pop up because you haven't clicked that link. Because I'm not streaming from Facebook itself, I'm streaming from like a third-party software. It's really helpful for me to be able to see who it is that's commenting. All right. Okay, so we're going to get started on our vegan gut loving blend. And look, this video has been a long time coming because, hang on, where am I? This video has been a long time coming because we've been running the Supercharged Smoothie Bootcamp for a couple of years, right? And as soon as we came out with the most popular blend by far now is the Gut Loving Smoothie Blend. The strawberries and cream smoothie tends to just be the absolute favorite. Hey, Susie, you joined us again. Yes, it's so good that you're learning so much about smoothies today. It's so cool. Thank you for joining us, Susie. The Gut Loving Smoothie Blend has been the most popular, and we've had consistent requests for a vegan alternative to the Gut Loving Smoothie. And so we've been doing bouts of research for over a year, trying to find the most effective alternative to a gut loving smoothie blend, because as you may know, the current gut loving smoothie that we have and recommend it has two animal products in there. It has a bone broth powder and it also has gelatin. And so we wanted to omit those two, but we didn't just want to take them out. We wanted to replace them with plant-based products that would be supportive of your body's ability to do the same thing as the bone broth and the gelatin does. And so in speaking with Kirsty Worth, who many of you would know by now since I've been talking about her and to her with you guys for so long now, I spoke to her about the recommended things to put into a vegan gut loving smoothie. She said a caveat. She said, look, in all my clinical practice working with people to progress their gut health, I have not found a vegan approach to be as quick for healing the gut. However, that being said, there are things that we can do to support the gut from a plant-based perspective. It just may be a little bit of a longer road. And that's totally okay. There's no race. And so being able to stand by what you believe is right, whether it's for your ethical reasons or your health reasons, being able to stand by that and still work toward the same goal that you would otherwise, then I think that's awesome. And I'm really confident that we've been able to put together the right foods that will be able to propel you on that journey. So So please say hello, guys. I've just checked the comments, and Susie's the only one that said hello. Please say hello. It helps me know that I'm talking to real people. Thank you. Okay, so what we want to do is, I'm not going to go through the 15, 20 different ingredients that are already in the Gut Loving Smoothie that we've already spoken about inside the Smoothie Boot Camp. I'm assuming that you've done the Smoothie Challenge and that you're coming here for the alternative and that you already understand the benefits of the plethora of awesome functional foods that we have already included into the Gut Loving Smoothie. And so we're really just going to talk about the differences in this one. And so if you want to go back and see the original video, let me just give you a link and you can watch that one to get an understanding of the basics if you haven't already. Oh, hello, guys. Thank you for saying hello. You were just watching the keto replay. That's so good. Okay, so that should come up. I've just posted a link to the original Gut Loving Smoothie video if you want to just learn the basics of all the different ingredients that we've put in there and why they're so beneficial to the gut. But for tonight, what I wanted to do is focus on the replacements of those two animal products, the bone broth powder and the gelatin. So there's, I'm just trying to think the best thing to start with. So I was pleased when our team had done this research for about a 12-month period, granted not consistently, but we were going back and forth on this email thread and Slack thread into some nitty-gritty details for about 12 months off and on. And when I took when I was talking to Kirsty, she recommended two particular foods that should go into a vegan gut loving smoothie. And I was so happy that we had actually already identified them as the ones to go in. And so I'm sure that Kirsty will we're just waiting her tick of approval, but she'd already given her tick of approval to the original one and told me there's two extra ingredients. So I'm sure it's going to be a yes, but I just wanted to let you know I haven't had that back just yet. Hello, thanks for saying hello, guys. So I want to get started. First, to get started, I want to give you a simple definition of amino acids. Amino acids, very basically and oversimplified, are the building blocks of protein. And so the main active compounds, I guess you might want to say, in both bone broth and gelatin are four very specific amino acids. And they are glycine, lysine, proline, they all rhyme except for this last one, and glutamine. So they're the four amino acids that basically do everything with the bone broth and the gelatin. And so I guess the purpose of the bone broth and the gelatin, those very specific four amino acids, they go in there and they do their thing in our gut. And so the main thing that we want them to do is plug up all the holes in our gut lining. So many of you would be familiar with the term leaky gut. And that's when there's so much inflammation in our gut that there gets to be literally holes in the lining of our gut. And so those four amino acids go in there and they literally just plug up the holes. And so no foods can escape through those holes in the gut lining and into the bloodstream. And that's what's happening for so many people. So many people have leaky gut. And so it is something that it's fair for a lot of us to focus on, even if we haven't sort of had confirmation that that's what's happening. It's just a really great supportive measure to do for our guts. Oh, that's a lovely comment. Someone said I'm pretty. It was actually so funny because Jordan took one look at me and he's like, "Oh, you look like who are those ladies in Greece? The pink ladies on Greece with the high pony and the pink shirt." And then I suddenly felt a bit too prissy. So thank you for saying that. That's lovely. So we know that those four amino acids, they go in there and they soothe gut irritation. They soothe down that gut inflammation and they strengthen that gut barrier, which is just so important for the prevention of that leaky gut. And so those all important amino acids play such an important role in building and maintaining healthy connective tissue in our digestive tract. So we can't underestimate the power and the importance of those amino acids. Oh, hello. Someone's walking around the farm listening. Thank you. That's awesome. you're often walking at the farm, and it's kind of dark for you to be walking at the farm right now, unless you're in WA, perhaps. Maybe that's where you are. So the reason that we have the bone broth and the gelatin, like I said, it's for those amino acids. But here's the thing that not many of us realize. It's basically collagen. And so when we're talking about collagen, that's the protein. Collagen is protein, and that's the protein that goes in to help our skin, our hair, our nails, and a lot of beauty products are really proud of the collagen component that they have inside their product. And collagen can be quite expensive. It's very well sought after, particularly right now. It's having a bit of a rendezvous, and sort of it's big. Not that it's a fad, but it's definitely very popular right now. And so what we want to do is find an alternative to collagen, basically, for this vegan gut loving smoothie. And so really interestingly, there is no vegan straight up alternative for collagen. If you have a look at any vegan collagens, they're basically just supplements or foods that support your body to produce more of its own collagen, which is pretty cool that we can choose functional foods that will help our body do that. Like, how rad is that? It never ceases to amaze me that everything we need is at our fingertips. You know, all these plant-based foods are just such beautiful offerings, and we can just, you know, really harness them, which I'm sure if you're here on this video, actually I'd be interested to know who on this video is already living a vegan lifestyle, and then who is just here to learn and gain some extra knowledge. I would love to know. Oh, hey, Julie. Yes, you're in WA in the boonies. I saw that photo of your farm. It was beautiful. So what we want to do is choose whole foods that are going to support our body's production of that collagen. I keep coming a bit closer because this microphone has been a little bit touchy. Need to stay close to it. So we want to support our bodies to make more of the collagen itself, and then reap the benefits in both gut health and just awesome skin and nails. Hey, Sue. Nice to see you. Okay, so we need those 4 amino acids: glycine, lysine, proline, and glutamine. I love saying them because they're so easy to roll off the tongue because they rhyme. So we're going to get to them in a minute, but there are a couple of other things to consider. We need we need particular vitamins and minerals as well, specifically vitamin C, zinc, and copper. So vitamin C is an essential building block for collagen production. And so when we're looking at our smoothie, where's my food? Let me just get it. Let's get it out before I started the video. Okay, so when we're looking at fruits and veg for our smoothie, it's important that if we're, our strategy is to produce more collagen, so we need to make sure that we're getting enough foods with the vitamin C, the zinc, the copper, and those 4 amino acids. And it's actually much easier than we may think. So some really great smoothie-based vitamin C foods are things like strawberries. Strawberries are awesome. We've got cauliflower. Also, kale and spinach are both really great for vitamin C. Copper and zinc think nuts and seeds and cacao. Green banana resistant starch is another great one, which is already in the Gut Loving Smoothie. Mushroom powder, which, yes, you can get away with in this smoothie. And again, spinach and kale. Now, the other things that we want to keep in mind are things that protect collagen from breaking down. So if you think about, I'd love to know if there's any guesses actually. I'd love to know if there's any guesses about what I'm going to talk about now that would help stabilize collagen and protect it from breaking down. If you think about some of those things that we love, like the rich color in blueberries, the rich color in any of those bright or dark veggies and fruits. I'll give you a second. I'll check out the comments. Okay, you're here for the extra knowledge. Julie's not vegan, but not that keen on meat. I'm the same, Julie. I feel like most of me is a wannabe vegan, and I know that can be offensive to some vegans who are vegan for ethical reasons. But ever since I was a kid, I just don't enjoy eating meat or animal products. It just doesn't sit right with me. Not digestively, but just kind of grosses me out. And so if my kids were happy to be vegan, I think I would be vegan too. Anthocyanins, yes, who is that? Please tell me your name. It's coming up as a Facebook user. You get 10 points. Awesome. Anthocyanins, which is antioxidants basically, right? So antioxidants, including flavonoids and polyphenols, all of those bright, dark, colorful foods are going to help with that protection of the collagen that we're going to produce. So think berries, spinach and kale. Again, so those two things are coming up a lot, right? So that's why they're both going to be in our smoothie. Cacao powder and vanilla. Vanilla powder is another great one. So all of those things can go into that smoothie. Hey, Mum. That's okay. You can come through. The other one is vitamin E. Oh, Susie said the anthocyan things. Yes, you are right, Susie. Anthocyan things. That's a good way to put it. So vitamin E is another great, powerful antioxidant that helps fight the signs of aging. So things like sunflower seeds and almond meal are going to be your friends, and they're both in this smoothie as well. So we've kind of now spoken and covered the vitamins and minerals needed to support collagen production. But now we need to get to the big elephant in the room, which are those 4 amino acids. So there are thankfully some really wonderful plant-based foods that are just a really great source of these amino acids. And in fact, many of them have all 4 of those amino acids all together. Hey, I told Rosie she could say hello. Rosie always loves to say hello during a live. Can you say hi? You're not actually going to say it. You're just going to look at them. Are you waving? Right. Love you. Thanks for humouring me. So there are these plant-based foods that have all 4 of those very specific amino acids for gut health, but then they also happen. Guys, please don't talk, okay, Maxie? But they also have all 9 of what we call essential amino acids, which are the amino acids that are absolutely crucial for our function and our survival. And so thankfully, things like hemp seeds and chia seeds, which have all 4 of the amino acids, particularly very high levels of glutamine, and we use glutamine to make, it has glutamic acid, and we use glutamic acid to create glutamine. Glutamine is a really cool, okay, that's a rabbit warren. I won't go down there. But basically, hemp seeds and chia seeds just are loaded with all the good stuff, plus all the omega-3s, all those good fats that we need as well. They are just a dead set winner for this vegan gut loving smoothie. So we absolutely must have the hemp seeds and the chia seeds in there. The other things that have those 4 amino acids are almonds and hazelnuts and pepitas and sunflower seeds. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but I rabbit on about seeds a lot. And every time I research a new topic, I just get reminded why. Like, they're just incredible. When it comes to our brain health and preventing brain decline and things like Alzheimer's and dementia, even when it comes to our mental health, as well as our, making sure we have enough antioxidants in our body, reducing inflammation, incredibly, so powerful for reducing our inflammation. Seeds are just next level awesomeness. And so that's why they do make an appearance in basically all of our smoothie blends. But we choose ones that are targeted, because they all have different roles and functions. We choose them that they're targeted for this particular health goal that we have, which is, in this case, gut health. So the bonus here, when it comes to these particular nuts and seeds, is that yes, they have all those amino acids and the good fats that we need, but they also happen to be good sources of zinc. And if you remember 5 minutes ago, we talked about how we need vitamin C and zinc and copper to support that collagen production. So being plant-based is just such a great way to get a diversity of all those nutrients that you might actually be getting through your regular consumption of all these different plant foods if you're eating plant-based rather than just vegan. So super cool. How's that landing so far, guys, before I continue? Let's see the comments there. Let me know. Okay, so we've covered amino acids and we've covered vitamins and minerals. The next thing that we're going to talk about, there's two very specific ingredients that Kirsty recommended and that we also researched to be beneficial for this vegan gut loving smoothie. The first is aloe vera. Now, I don't know whether you've had aloe vera before. Oh, good. Thanks, Susie, and thanks, Julie. I'm not sure whether you've had aloe vera before, but it's not the best tasting thing in the world. And so we have managed to find an aloe vera powder that is simply dried and gently crushed, and it's a little bit less potent in its taste. And thankfully, you actually don't need that much to have a full effective dose. Like a lot of the studies that have looked at the effectiveness of aloe vera have found that the daily dose really doesn't need to be very, very high at all. And so, well, when I say at all, like I think it's just under 1 gram basically. And so when I was testing the vegan gut loving smoothie out, I did play a bit with those levels of the aloe vera powder, but I was really happy where we landed because it was a balance between the taste and the function. And I was so happy that when I polled our main Facebook community about whether you'd like the cacao powder in the smoothie or whether you'd like to just add it yourself whenever you want a chocolate one, I was so happy that you guys said you wanted it in the smoothie because not only is cacao powder just incredibly beneficial to the gut, but it also helps mask the flavor of the aloe vera powder. And so you wouldn't even know that it's in there unless you're quite sensitive to taste. And so being able to put together such a wonderful smoothie covering any taste of those functional foods that taste a bit different, so cool. So with aloe vera powder, it has a few functions. As we know, like Lila, my daughter, you're going to see her. Ready? Here she goes. She went to the beach today. Can you come and show them your face? You don't have to. She got sunburnt today, right? And can you see? It's not really showing up on the camera very well. Your blueberry teeth are, though.
What?
We got 5 kilos of chemical-free blueberries at the farmer's market today for $30. And so the kids have just been like hoeing into them. It's incredible. So she's got purple teeth. But aloe vera, as you know, is traditionally used for soothing and cooling our skin when we're sunburnt. And so the same thing happens in our gut, whether it's taken topically on our skin or internally in our body. And so as you're aware, it has been used for such a long time, also for healing wounds and cuts and things. And the reason that it does that is because this was news to me. I didn't realize that aloe vera actually increases collagen production. So there have been some really cool studies that have shown that aloe vera does just that. It literally creates more collagen in your skin or in your body. And so it's been used for centuries to help with aging skin and burns and wounds, and we can do the same thing for soothing and healing our gut lining and creating more collagen for that. Oh, Sue, thanks for telling me. I don't know why. Let me just readjust the microphone. I got this new microphone today. I don't think it's doing anything. But tell me if that gets better, Sue. Thanks. And then the second ingredient that we wanted to add into this particular smoothie is slippery elm powder. You may be aware that it's actually already in the general gut loving smoothie, but I wanted to make particular mention of it tonight because it really is such a integral part of the smoothie. And that is because slippery elm powder, kind of like aloe vera, it really does, it's very effective at soothing skin and wounds and cuts and burns. We've had to use it quite a few times in our family for different types of burns. No, you can't have it. That's for my smoothie. And the slippery elm powder is really great for soothing a digestive tract, respiratory tract, and all those different mucosal membranes. And so it's very effective at tightening and strengthening the barrier of things. Oh, okay, Sue, clicking noise. I just changed screens before, that's all. I don't know why it would be doing that. Is it still really quiet, is it? I've just readjusted everything. See how that goes. So we've made sure that we've retained that slippery elm powder in there. Okay, so it's probably time. Oh, I was going to say it's time to make the smoothie, but it's actually not. There's two more things I want to tell you about. The first is Lucuma powder. Lucuma powder was in the original smoothie, but we increased it in the vegan Gut Loving because it has proven skin regeneration properties to help with that wound healing and tissue regeneration again. And so you can see a theme happening. You've got your aloe vera powder, you've got your slippery elm powder, you've got your lucuma powder, and they're all trying to do the same thing. They're all trying to heal and soothe. And that's what we want in a gut loving smoothie, right? Lucuma powder also has the added bonus of ticking lots of other boxes like zinc and is it vitamin C as well? Maybe vitamin C, don't quote me on that one. But Lucuma powder was such a key player that we've increased it in the vegan one. The other thing that we've added, and this is the last thing I promise before I make the smoothie, is reishi mushroom powder. And don't get scared off. We didn't need a whole lot in there, but it does have a pretty good function. Now, keep in mind that when you add a powder, like a dehydrated powder or a freeze-dried powder into your smoothie, it's basically, you should times the volume by 10 to get a realistic representation of what the fresh vegetable or the fruit would be. And so don't go too heavy-handed when you're putting these powders in. So the reishi mushroom powder has been shown in quite a few different studies to modulate the gut microbiome in rats. Now, of course, we're not rats and we need to have more human studies, but the studies that we've had so far have been quite promising. And so that's why we've added it in. There's lots of other benefits of the reishi mushroom powder against, offering protection against digestive problems and stomach ulcers and leaky gut syndrome. And it's quite anti-inflammatory. So it has lots of boxes that are very particular to our goals here that it's ticking. So that's why we added that in as well. So now I think we can finally make the smoothie. Now,
can I help?
Can you help? Yeah, okay. Let's help. All right, so there was quite a few different flavors that we played with. This one is basically just the same base that we had. Oh, you got up yourself. Well done. The same base that we had of the strawberries and cream smoothie, we're bringing across to the chocolate vegan one. So I've just
Max is there behind me.
Hey, Max. Do you want to say a quick little hello, Max? Hi.
Oh.
Okay, that's good to know, Sue. Thank you. So there's so many different flavors. Jordan and I have been loving, it's like a choc ginger.
First?
I'll tell you in a second. A choc ginger smoothie, a choc orange smoothie. We've been going a bit crazy with different flavors. And there's a really big ant on the blender and the kids are going a bit
Oh, you will flick it.
gentle,
I
please.
think I just flicked it.
Yeah, don't. Okay. Kids, huh? They say never work with kids. Distracting me. You're like the best distraction there is though, right? Okay, so remember, when it comes to our smoothie base, it's fruit, it's vegetables, and it's liquid. So let's talk about those first.
That's when you don't eat. Much very good. The rainbow.
Roses pointing to it's okay, they can know. They can know what it is. She can see up on the side of the screen like a poop chart, like a stool chart, like a Bristol stool chart, but it's more of a cartoon version where there's faces on the poops and it shows what they look like and it says, what's happening in the body.
And what's meaning it to happen and what it looks like.
Yeah, exactly. One of the kids had a question about their poop, so I pulled up the chart and I said, let's find it. So she's just looked at that now. Okay, so we're going to look at some...
All
right, you guys, you're going to have to be quiet now, okay? Because these guys want to probably get to bed soon. It's actually 1 hour later down south.
Oh.
So let's get it done. So the first thing that we want to add in here is either spinach or kale or cauliflower or kiwi fruit, because all of those options give us 4 big ticks for those amino acids and vitamin C. You've got glycine, antioxidants, proline, vitamin C. I feel like I'm going to bore you if I just like keep on going on and on about the intricate details of each veg and fruit. So what I might do is I'll just put it in there. Know that they've been chosen for very particular reasons. Let me know if you do want to know the ins and outs of why each fruit or veg is going in. But just know that they all have a purpose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a recipe card to give you for this vegan one. And maybe I can add on all the different options for your fruit and your veg and what they offer in terms of targeted function for the gut. Maybe that's a better way of doing it rather than just spouting off all the details here. Oh, actually, don't push over the blender. Okay, so guys, this is the Gut Loving Smoothie. Let's put in the strawberries first.
They can't see it.
Oh, well, they can. No, it's just...
Oh, wait. Where is it? I'm sorry. You got on? Strawberries. They're frozen.
Frozen, yeah, frozen all the way. Make sure your stuff's frozen. It makes for a much nicer smoothie. So you've got about half a cup of strawberries.
Right now, the banana.
You can do more if you want.
The big banana.
Yep.
Oh,
now, if you are interested in taking things a bit... Okay, guys, don't talk because the microphone can't handle more than one voice, okay? So if you're interested in taking things a few steps further...
and actually... next.
No, nothing yet. Just I'll tell you when, okay? If you're interested in taking things a few steps further, you can actually ferment your smoothie, or you can ferment the ingredients of your smoothie. So we could have put in there a fermented banana, a fermented frozen banana, or fermented strawberries. Now, I know that sounds disgusting. I'm not going to go into it now because we have just done a full workshop this afternoon on fermenting for a keto smoothie. So if you're interested in seeing how to ferment your smoothie, which is so easy.
Leave it overnight.
Yeah, you leave it overnight. You literally put your ingredients in, cover it with kefir, and just leave it overnight and whiz it up in the morning with ice. These kids. And so that's the way that you... Could you please stop talking? Thanks. It's just really confusing for the people listening because it's hard for them to understand two voice. Okay, so when you ferment your smoothie, you are going to get a therapeutic dose of probiotics into that gut. You don't need to ferment all of this gut-loving smoothie. It's just an optional bonus add-on. So don't feel like you have to do it, but you can if you want. And it is an effective way to really powerfully boost the benefit to the gut. Now, one way that I like to do things is, even if I'm not fermenting the smoothie, I will still add in some fermented yogurt. And so what that is, literally watch the keto video for all the details. But it's so easy. You just pour in a few jars of coconut cream, add in a coconut cream starter, and leave it overnight. And so then you've got kind of like a sour coconut cream that's just full of goodness. It sucks out all the carbs and the sugars, puts in the probiotics for the gut. So I've got some of this here. I'm going to put in a couple of blobs of that because the kids don't notice it in the smoothie. It's just such a great way to get it into the kids or myself. You can put as much as you want in there. Some people even put half a cup of that in, but I do find that the taste gets affected too much for me if I put half a cup in. Sometimes I'll do it just because I know it's good for me, but if you want it to taste the best it can, just put it, 2 or 3 big tablespoons in. Cool, Susie. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to put in is the sweet potato puree. Now, I'm assuming, again, that you've watched the boot camp, you know what this is about. But in short, when you cook sweet potato and cool it, so we've steamed it, we've pureed it and frozen it in little ice cube trays, then it turns into a resistant starch. And that resistant starch is phenomenal for your gut. And that is, it basically travels through your digestive system all the way down to the colon, and it resists digestion all the way up until that point. And that's where it will feed all of those beautiful microbes. And we need to be feeding those microbes to have good, stable physical and mental health. So any resistant starches that you can get into your life more is fantastic. And this smoothie has a double whammy because you've got the green banana resistant starch in the booster blend, but then you're also adding in more resistant starch in the sweet potato. It's melted a little bit. So that banana that you saw the kids put in is also really great for the gut. I'm not going to go into it right now because it's already in the other video. Julie, where would I get a starter for fermenting? I'll give you a link. I get mine from Cultured Wellness. I like getting mine from Cultured Wellness because it's not a wild ferment. So they're actually very strategic with the types of strains of bacteria that they put into their blends. It's quite well targeted for, like, particularly anxiety. I'm losing my voice. I've been talking so much today. But that cultured yogurt is very targeted. There's also a coconut water kefir that's delicious. And my favorite is the apple juice kefir, which basically is just, it's kind of like a fizzy apple cider. Apple juice. It's really nice. So I can give you a link afterwards. Hope that helps, Julie. Okay, so then I'm just going to add in a few other things. I'm going for cauliflower for more of that glycine. I've got some ice because every smoothie should have lots of ice. I'm going for some avocado, and I would normally put spinach or kale in there as well, but I just didn't grab it before, so I'm just going to pop it in as is. Okay, now all that's left is a bit of water and the actual booster blend. Now the booster blend does have cacao in it already, but this one that I've got from the warehouse is actually the sample before the cacao went in it. So I'm just going to have to add both in. So just give me 1 second. I'll go and grab it. I'm back. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of cacao in. We don't need to put like a full tablespoon serve in because it's not really going to be super rich chocolate like the all-rounder is. It's just kind of like a subtle. Okay, so then we're going to put the booster blend in. And there we have it. It's ready to blend. So to recap, I put the booster blend in, which has already the aloe vera. It's got the reishi mushroom powder, the slippery elm, the green banana resistant starch, and all those wonderful nuts and seeds that have really good source of those amino acids, the four very specific amino acids that our gut needs to heal and that gut lining to become stronger. It also has all those other wonderful benefits that we're not going to rehash. So, yeah. Yeah, someone has said there that they love the all-rounder. The all-rounder is definitely the next most popular blend. So you've got the Gut Loving is by far the most popular. And then you've got the all-rounder. They used to be neck and neck, but now there's a bit of a gap between them. Okay, excuse me while I blend. tell you what the benefits of the cacao are. So cool. They have done some amazing studies on cacao's impact in the gut. They've shown that it can boost the good bacteria while controlling the bad bacteria, which is quite phenomenal, really. And they've also shown that, they've shown that, I think a lot of people know, right, that, people say that chocolate makes you feel better and that chocolate's good for your mental health. But they have actually discovered that about 40 grams of regular dark chocolate consumed for 2 weeks definitely reduced stress and anxiety, all the while helping with the negative effects of stress on the gut, because we know that stress has a massive impact on our gut health. And so seeing that, these foods that we love, cacao powder and strawberries and banana, all these foods that we love really can be super powerful for healing and just helping us just to become more even and stable, both mentally and physically. Super cool. So the other thing that I love to put in a gut loving smoothie, which I'll definitely give you a recipe for, is ginger. Ginger has just loaded with gut loving benefits. And so this ginger chocolate goes really well together. Jordan loves his ginger chocolate smoothies. So this is our strawberries and cream vegan gut loving smoothie. And it's seriously great. Like, you can't taste the aloe vera. You can't taste the mushroom powder. Like, if you're super sensitive, you might be able to detect it, but just add in a bit. Oh my goodness. Can I show them what you're doing? She's drinking from the water fountain. I won't tell you who it is. Yeah. Okay, so this is it, guys. We have been super strategic with our amino acids, with our vitamins, our minerals, our good fats. All of that is working in to really heal and seal the gut, all with plant-based foods. And so I hope that that's been really insightful. It helps our body to create more of its own collagen rather than getting collagen from an animal. Now, remember that Kirsty Worth, the gut expert, said that any vegan approach hasn't been as quick to heal people's guts as, with bone broth and gelatin. But if that's just not something that you want to do, this is going to be your next best bet. So I really hope that that's been helpful for you guys. Make sure that you remember I might do a little PDF. It's hard to remember everything I've said. Even I wouldn't remember everything I've said. So I might just do up a little PDF in the coming week, and it'll spell out the key principles that we've talked about today and pull them out. And I'll give a couple of recipe options for you as well. Now, we have, as you may know, I'm not sure if you do know, we've just launched the Vegan Gut Loving Smoothie Booster Blend, as well as our Keto Smoothie Booster Blend. And so to celebrate, we are offering you guys 20% off. The code is new SS for supercharged smoothies, new SS Blends 20. So that'll be valid until midnight Monday. It's automatic. Jordan is not there. So just add that into your on the shopping cart page rather than the checkout page, and you'll still be able to use your reward points as well. And we are also giving away ginger, freshly picked ginger. Jordan's just got hold of this massive amount of fresh, beautiful, chemical-free ginger. We can't possibly go through it all. And so we're actually giving some to you guys in every order until we run out, which may be before the end of the weekend. It's about $10 worth of chemical-free ginger. It's beautiful. It's potent. So when you place an order with your Vegan Gut Loving Blend, you'll also get the 20% off and the fresh ginger, which is super cool. Oh, as long as the product is in the cart. It applies automatically as long as the product is in the cart. Thanks. Who said that? I'll just see Facebook user. That's awesome. Thanks, Julie. I'm so glad that you've learned so much, and the PDF would be great. Yes, I'll definitely get that to you. That's about it, guys. I didn't want to keep you too long tonight. What time is it? 8:20. Yeah. I've got to learn how to be more succinct, don't I? But I hope you have a beautiful night. I'm going to put my feet up. It's been a massive day, massive month, actually. So I'm just keen to put my feet up and chill tonight. Someone said they love ginger. They steep it in water and drink it at work. Oh, so good. Jordan's the king of ginger. He made a ginger soup the other night. We've been making ginger tea. Do you know that I've been having ginger every morning like you're doing? I don't know your name. Anyway, have a great night. Have a great weekend. If you want to grab that vegan gut loving smoothie blend, let me grab the link for you. Where is it? Oh, here it is. And I'll paste the code in there too for you guys. That's the link. And this is the code, new SS blends 20. There you go, guys. And again, if you're interested in learning the benefits, the functional benefits of all the other ingredients inside the Smoothie Booster blend that we didn't even touch tonight, then that link is the original Gut Loving Smoothie Booster video that you can watch and just get a refresher on all that stuff as well. Okay, that's it from me. Have a great night. Thanks, Susie. Appreciate that. All right, have a good one, guys.